All right, another Battle of the Fours match coming up. We have Jimmy Gross and Darren Whitworth. This should be pretty exciting. All right. So again, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Hit that bell icon so you can see new content that comes out. And you'll see how the progression of the Battle of the Fours and Battle of the Fives tournaments are going. If you want to be a part of these tournaments and you are local, check out TRMR's tournament and channel. That way you can get notifications and see what's up of the tournaments that the TRMR hosts, and also be a part of the Talking Runs and Making Runs Facebook page. So let's get to these two players. Race to 4, Darren Whitworth and Jimmy Gross. Only separated by 1 year of active playing. Both of them part of the APA. So let's just get to the action. I'm going to start off with the lag. Camera's in a different angle, simply because the table that I would have set up was being occupied by customers. We are playing at Hans's Bar and Grill on the 8-foot table instead of the 7-foot table that Aaron and Ted were playing. These two opted to play on the big table. Looks like Darren is going to start off with the break. Both players very enthusiastic, pretty serious about the game. I will say that Jimmy is more of a fast-paced player. Darren is a more cautious and methodical player. This should be a good match. I jokingly told them that both of them were wearing skinny jeans on their fingers, but those are the finger gloves to minimize material. Darren got a kick out of it. Jimmy was probably too concentrated on the game. And here we go. Pretty nice break. Unfortunately, nothing drops. Brings Jimmy to the table. Looks like his opening shot might be the 12 ball to the corner pocket. Now Jimmy's allowed to sit on the table as long as he has 1 foot on the table. APA rules. They are playing 8-ball APA rules. Winner continues to break. Race to 4. Jimmy's doing a pretty good job of picking this table apart. The 9-7 cluster might give him a little heartache, but it looks like he might take care of this right now. Changes his mind. Decides to get movement. Now the one being between his two stripes almost guarantees another shot for Jimmy. We'll see how that develops. Right here, I probably would have taken the 7-9 combination and then put the cue ball behind the 2 as a safety play. That way he opens up the pocket for the 7 and leaves a difficult shot with the 3 remaining straight ball for Jimmy. Looks like Jimmy is going to go ahead and shoot this into the side. Fortunately, does not make it. So Darren looks like he's going to try to cut this into the side pocket. Nice shot. Takes out one of Jimmy's balls. But I think he's still doing okay. Again, if I was Darren, I probably would have rolled a little bit further and then did the 7-9 combination. Which forces Jimmy to shoot at his 2 strike balls down table. Possibly break out the 1. But it looks like he's going to open this wide open. Somehow the 10 ball finds a pocket to go to. Now there's another problem. Cluster of 6, 4, and 13. The 1 ball I think he should save for the breakout. This ball right here, if he puts top spin or force follow, he might be able to pop his 7 back out from the 9. Shoots it cautiously. Nice easy roll. Hopefully he can stay on the right side of that 1. But shoots it a little hard. Not a bad spot. Not a clear shot for either ball for Jimmy. Jimmy decides to go ahead and knock his 9 ball in using the solid ball, but unfortunately that gives Darren ball in hand. I definitely would have shot the 2 ball into the corner pocket to get a breakout. But that just comes with experience. I don't think he's on the pro side of this 2 ball to get further breakout on this 4 ball. Definitely had to force that. I think literally at this point right here, I'd probably move the 1 back to the center of the table and leave the cue ball at the foot rail. That way Jimmy would have to create some kind of shot, but actually freeing up the 4 ball. Now that Darren shot in the 7, he's really limiting his flexibility about getting the ball. Now, it would have been fine if he would have shot that a little bit harder to send the cue ball back closer towards the center. That way, if he does get ball in hand for whatever reason, he gets a chance to see the ball. Jimmy decides to open it wide open. Darren shoots this into the corner pocket, depending on the angle. Might shoot this with a little bit of top. Get shape on the 1. It looks like he's going for the side pocket at this point right here. He does go for the side. Gets a good bounce. Knocks the one further into the center table, which is good. You can either shoot it into the side pocket or go into the right corner pocket. Either one gives him shape on that 8-ball. And just for added measure, he probably wants to go further down. Definitely leaves himself a long shot. So these two are just calling pocket, which is totally legal as long as both players agree. Darren overcuts it. Definitely leaves a tester for Jimmy. Bit of a nice medium stroke. Should come off the rail. A little bit of top on this. Should give him perfect shape on the 8-ball. Oh, he overcuts it. Fortunately, leaves the cue ball down by the 8-ball. Just a little tap. And there you have it. Darren starts off with the first game. Definitely these two players do play at a faster pace than most, especially Jimmy. Nothing wrong with that, especially if you're accustomed to that. Jimmy's making sure that it's a nice tight rack. Pretty good. Ooh. Darren fires away, pops the ball off the table, gives Jimmy a ball in hand. Because it is APA and it was a scratch on the break, Jimmy has to put the ball in the kitchen, which is behind the second diamond up. Looks like Jimmy is going to go ahead and fire away at the 4-ball. Misses the 4-ball, but combos a 2-in. Since the table was still open, that is considered a good shot. But now at this point, Jimmy has to continue on with solids. Even though that his intended ball was a solid. So good. Darren's up. He's trying to see if he can combo to possibly get a breakout to further his run. His problem balls are obviously right where the rack was sitting. Good shot. Overcuts it. Doesn't do Jimmy any favors. Only ball that I see that he can possibly make a solid contact with is the 5-ball down table. See what he does. Tries to bank, cut. Beautiful cut. Very aggressive. Does have a look at the 3, but the 3 is being hindered by the 13. He has his 1. Opt to kick at it and possibly make it into the corner. Darren's back up. I probably would have started with the 9. Tries to cut it. Almost makes the ball, but unfortunately overcuts it. Looks like Jimmy's looking at the 1. Good, nice shot. Shoots the 7. Tries to bank down long ways. Good thing that he didn't mess up the 2-15 and the 12, which means that it is still a problem for Darren. Looks like 13 is going into the corner. I don't know if he has enough to see the 9 to make it all the way down into the corner on the left side or right side. Or left side of your screen. Looks like he's gonna try it. One thing I noticed that most players see how he's taking his attention off his intended shot. Once you get set, stay focused, stay down, follow through, and be deliberate with that shot. Ooh, Jimmy flirting with the side pocket with the 8-ball. Looks like Darren's up. I think at this point right here, I would probably try to get some separation between the 2 locked up balls, because that 3 balls throw is going to be a hard ball to get to, especially for Jimmy. Oh, unfortunately, Jimmy scratches into the side, trying to shoot the 7 ball into the corner pocket. Darren tries to formulate some kind of combination. Unfortunately, nothing drops. 3 ball is now out in the open. And at this point, first player to make a mistake probably will end up losing the match. Jimmy can make this 7 down into the corner. He should be in good shape. That was a magnificent shot. All the way down, kept the ball on this end of the table, got good shape on the 3 ball. Oh, it's a little too hard. 3 settles back where it originally started. And it had it locked up against 13. Again, in this situation, the first person to make a mistake once again, or does not run out. I don't know if you guys can see that, but Darren literally started to lift as he was shooting. Jimmy does the same thing. Doesn't stay stationary after the shot, which could incidentally mess your shot up. And looks like that gives ball in hand to Jimmy on the 8 ball. Usually that's pretty bad. So it's understood that he's shooting into the corner pocket. Both agreed on just calling the pocket. So there you have it. Jimmy is now on the board with the game. Darren's turn to rack the balls. Brought to you by TRMR, talking runs and making runs. This is Jimmy's first attempt to break. Let's see how he decides to break the balls. Looks like he's also doing the second ball hit. Hopes to make the 8 ball. The key to that shot is hitting the second ball as full as you can, and it did not look like he did that. Pretty good spread. Nothing drops. It would be in Darren's best interest to take the stripes, simply because the 2 ball is corralled by the 13, I believe. So literally he should start with the 15. And then possibly the 9. I would definitely leave the 13. He has to be careful not to hit the 13 so it gets closer to the 2. But if he's gonna hit it, he needs to hit it with some pace so the 13 pops back out. And it looks like that's what he's looking for. Or either that he's trying to see if he can go ahead and just make the 13 on its own. But it does look like he's going for the 9. Oh, he does hit it. And that's what I was afraid of, that he would come off the 13, and the 13 now is married up to the 2, which pretty much guarantees Jimmy another shot. Oh, he just fires away at it. And it is APA. If it goes into a pocket, it doesn't have to be its intended pocket. The shooter continues their shooting. Nice shot. Didn't develop a shape very well there, but nonetheless, he made his intended ball. Not sure what he's trying to measure up here. Just wanted to make a good hit. Maybe spread the balls out a little bit and possibly play the percentages that Jimmy is not going to be able to run out these balls. Now that 7 ball is in a good position for a breakout. And so is the 4 ball. But it looks like he's going to go ahead and take the 7 ball take out one of the options. Fortunately, does not get a good position on any other ball. So Jimmy might be looking at a kicking situation here, or he's going to play safe. He does so, which is another good option. Very smart. The only shot that I see here is possibly making that 12 ball into the side pocket. Darren goes for it, overcuts it. Looks like Jimmy's going to start things off with the 3. Pops the 4 ball out of position for a breakout on the 2. Tries to go for a cross bank. Cuts it wide. I'd probably play a little bit of cat and mouse here. Send the cue ball back down to the foot rail. Have Jimmy start shooting around until that 2 ball gets out. That's the patience game of this strategy of this game. But as mid-level players, especially 4's, they get kind of force blinded about what to shoot, or they don't really think of what ball will break out what ball, or if they should try to run out. Jimmy makes a good shot. Looks like Jimmy's going to go for the 6 ball. Overcuts it. Locks the cue ball up with Darren's, I believe, 13 or 11, which kind of forces him to basically break out the 213 or 211 combination here, just to pop it out of the way. He's probably going to try. Oh, smart play, actually, I think. I have to applaud Darren on that one, where he just left that. I think Jimmy should have started with the 4 ball to see a breakout, but I guess he just used the 6 ball to get position on the 4 ball. Not really developing the breakout. Oh, masterful play. Tough shot to get the 2 to walk the rail all the way down to the corner, but or as a Z-bank, but that gets the balls out and open for Darren. All Darren has to do is just shoot nice and easy on each shot. Should be out. Shoot this one just as easy. Hit the rail and come back out. Or draw it back. This one just top or top left. Oh, he definitely loaded it up with right. That's another thing that you'll see the low-rated players or the mid-rated players. They believe that they have to hit them hard to get the ball going into the directions that they want, which they don't. Sorry about that. As I said before, my camcorder likes to record in sections. That was the end of the first section. Darren shoots all the way down, and oh no, that means Darren has lost that game. Jimmy is now up a game. Jimmy has now 2 games to Darren's 1 game. Definitely got to be careful with those. Just a that of advice. Just because you're on the 8 ball, you should always know where that cue ball is going, or generally where that cue ball is going. Take that into account. Jimmy looking at his watch. Not sure why. Might be a psychological ploy. All right. Jimmy's breaking. Makes the 9 ball into the corner. Once the ball settles, Jimmy has to continue shooting stripes because it is an APA format. Since he's sunk in a stripe, he has to claim stripes. Unlike BCA, sinking a ball, it's still open on the break. Looks like Jimmy is going to try to free up some of his problem balls. Makes a good shot into the side. Makes another outstanding combination. I think Jimmy should settle down a little bit now. He's definitely moving a lot faster. On this shot right here, nice easy roll, stun it over. Beautiful. Fortunately, he overcuts the 15. Got perfect shape on the 10 though. Darren is up to shoot. Really, Darren's balls are all out in the open. He just has to put the run pattern together and commit to each shot. Stay down. Should be fine. Ooh. I definitely would have tried to go all the way down to the corner simply because you have more pocket, more leeway. But it was a nice attempt on Darren's part. Again, a nice attempt by Jimmy to make that into the corner. A pretty tough cut. Looks like Darren is deciding to play the combination. The positive thing about that shot selection is that now Jimmy's 2 stripes are corralled by a barrier of solid balls, almost ensuring another shot. Nice attempt to playing safe, but unfortunately, 10 ball comes out a little too far out. Now, if Darren just puts a little bit of right hand bottom English, he can come back out and bump the 1 to a better position, but unfortunately, he doesn't do it. Looks like he's forced to go rail first on this 6 ball. Does a great job. Might as well continue on. Or if you wanted to leave it to try to get shape on that one, that would have been a good choice as well. Good shot. But now the one really doesn't have a pocket to go to, depending on how far out that 11 ball is. Darren undercuts the ball, hits the rail, pops out. Jimmy's up to the table. Nice easy stroking here. Or not. Yep. Sits right on top of that 8. That gives me the option is to go ahead and shoot this 11 ball, which really doesn't have a pocket to go to. And if he tries to cut it into the corner pocket, this might be a bad hit. It looked like a split shot, and in APA, splits are allowed. Believe it or not. As long as both balls are hit at the same time. Push shots are actually allowed as well. And if I'm wrong, please comment below so I can be educated. Uh-oh, the hat has come off. Or that Jimmy is this feeling a little warm. It's a good hit. Just like that. Jimmy is in good position to sink the 8 ball into the corner pocket. And it goes down. Jimmy has gotten another point. Jimmy is now on the hill. Darren has to be thinking, I better get my act together here. Jimmy again looks at his watch. I think he's actually waiting for his sister, Deborah Gross. I think what he was telling me was that she was supposed to bring a shirt for him because he was feeling a little warm. It's the reason why he took off his hat. Definitely a nail biter here. Definitely don't want anybody going home too soon. Things definitely turned around when Darren scratched on the 8 ball shot. And Jimmy's definitely putting pressure on him by winning 2 of his own matches, or 2 of his own games. Zone. Table's open. Looks like Jimmy's going to be taking stripes. 15 into the side. Makes a good hit. Sinks the ball. Doesn't develop the shot. Leaves himself foot rail. Hits a combination like it was nothing, but unfortunately made a cluster next to the 8. See what he does here. Cuts it, but that cue ball is headed straight for the corner pocket. Gives Darren ball in hand. I would definitely try to develop the shot here. I'd probably try to use the 4 for a breakout, or possibly the 3 for a breakout. Darren's looking pretty good here, even though he didn't start out with a breakout shot. 4 guarantees a definite shot. He just has to make sure he makes the ball. Jimmy's definitely trying to figure out what to do with this, but I guess he's going to take care of it early. I'm going to have to say that might have been a bad hit. I don't know. Look at it again, ladies and gentlemen. See if the 8 ball started moving before the intended ball. Again, I can't really say anything unless they call me over to referee the shot. So even if Darren wanted to call a bad hit on that, if Jimmy believes he made a good hit, it's still the shooter's call because it was so close. All the balls are out in the open for Jimmy, and so are the solids. The key to getting back onto that 7 is shooting the 5 ball into the right corner pocket. So he has to develop this shot. I like what Darren's looking at here. Slowly roll the 3 into the corner, come back off the rail, shoot the 6 down into the opposite corner with some forward spin, get position on that 5 ball, roll it forward, then he has shape on the 7 ball to shoot it down table, the right side corner. You could slow roll this shot actually and leave an angle as long as he doesn't get behind that 10 ball. And he got behind the 10 ball. Looks like he's going to come off rail first. But if he does do that, he's going to lose track of that cue ball. Cue ball is going to go wild. Even as light as he shot it, it still got kind of wild on him. Ooh. Definitely a lot more movement on his follow through. Oh, unfortunately, he misses it. He tries to cut it thin, but ends up not even hitting the ball. Or did he hit the ball? I think he hit the ball. Otherwise, Darren would be picking up that ball. I think he just grazed it. As a defensive play here, I'd probably hit on the right side of that 5 ball and let the cue ball go the head rail down behind the 8, 7. That is just as good, depending on if there is a window of opportunity to the corner pocket for the 8 ball, but the 5 might be out just a little too much. Shits it kind of hard. Trying to get perfect shape on that 8. Safety play here, obviously, is to hit the 7 with a rolling cue ball. Let that rest on the 8. It's kind of hard. Ends up making a ball. Now he's left with either an extreme cut or a bank. Decides to cut it or bank it. Makes it. It's automatic shape on the 8 ball. He's calling the corner. And just like that. Oh! Almost scratches a second time. But Pool Gods were on his side this time. Which gives Darren second win. Jimmy's still on the hill. Darren has 2 to go. Jimmy's probably kicking himself at the moment. Jonas comes over for a little bit of camaraderie. I think it's awesome that players will support other players. I try to put out the locations ahead of time, just in case if people want to see the matches. It's like Darren's coming over to inspect the. Oh, looks like the 10 rolled out a little bit. One of the downfalls of not using a magic rack, relying on the rack. Looks like Darren shifted a little bit more towards the middle of the table. Good hit. Oh. Nothing falls. Jimmy comes up to the table. Opting to take a. Oh. Shoots a little light. Not 100% sure if anything hit the rail, but let's just assume that the cue ball hit the rail. Darren doesn't pick it up. Looks like it was a decent hit. Looks like Darren is going to go ahead and take the stripes. Both players should really just stay down after the shot. Both of them have a tendency to swing their stick, which makes it really inconsistent. like Darren's options are starting to get limited here. I think this is a good choice. Nice easy roll. Overcuts it. Oh, brings Jimmy up. Jimmy got a couple problem balls, a cluster to the left and a cluster to the right. Not to mention the 8-ball being corralled. Wildly shoots it. Cue ball finds pocket. Darren up for a ball in hand. I like that Darren is immediately looking at his problem ball to see what he can do to mitigate, sorry. I'm assuming he's just going to draw this back a little bit, or good stop. Depending on the angle that he's at, I don't see a definite breakout here. If anything, since he's cutting it and is at an angle where the cue ball is going away from the problem balls, I'm gonna have to kick at the 15, or well, it looked like he tried to combo, but he couldn't get the right angle. Jimmy's gonna start off with possibly the 3 or the 2 on the side, or all the way in the corner. Where's he shooting? The 6 ball, sorry. For a second there, I thought I was looking at the 8 ball next to him, but I realize now the 8 ball is towards this end of the table. Really, what Jimmy should do here is knock in a couple balls and then use the 7 ball as a safety, regardless on what side that he hits that 7 ball. Just leave the cue ball down at this end of the table and make Darren kick at his other 2 balls, which are surrounded by the solids. There's a beautiful cut down the table. Walks it down. Now, I'm not sure if the 5 ball passes the 15 into the corner pocket. If it does, he would have had a good look at it. Oh, unfortunately. Makes a good hit on the 4, sinks the 4 off the 9. But cue ball once again finds a pocket to give Darren ball in hand. I like the fact that Darren is using the rail to come back out. I like that he almost stood up too to make his corrections. I still believe that he fidgets a little too much. Definitely does not stay down on the shot. Nice little stun shot. All he has to do is just sink this 8 ball and we will be hill. If he misses though, up. There we have it. Exciting. We are now hill. Jimmy's now feeling the pressure after having such a commanding lead. And now it is hill. I've been in this situation many times. Not a good feeling. Especially when either one of them, which I've seen before, can run a rack of 8 ball. They just got to find that gear. again, do a search for the Talking Runs and Making Runs tournament channel if you want to be any part of these tournaments that the TRMR will host. There will be more in the future. What's coming up is the 6s and 7s. That should be very entertaining to watch. Watching high-rated players go against each other, playing good pool. These guys are playing good pool as well. It's been exciting watching them. It's one thing to watch the pros make every shot. You can't really relate to that because we're just everyday pool players who love the game. That is outstanding sportsmanship right there by the both of them, knowing that this is the last rack, and whoever wins this one moves on, and the other person will be eliminated. That's always good to see. Sportsmanship. Another dry break. Looks like Jimmy's up. Looks like he's going to go ahead and take the stripes. Start off with the 12. Kind of wildly fires away. Makes the ball. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a next pretty decent shot. If anything, he looks like he might have to try to cut this 13 into the corner, which he does. Very good shot. Just roll forward just a little bit. Don't get behind the 1. He should have the 9. Hits it hard. Good development there. I definitely would have took the 9 first. Get better angle on that combination. Nine ball finds a pocket. Fortunately, the 15 does not have a definite pocket. So it looks like Jimmy's just going to fire away to even get down and aim at it. He just went ahead and stroked it off. He's trying to play the percentage that Darren can't run out. And let's see what happens here. Darren's up. Looks like Darren is opting to maybe cut the 1 into the side pocket. 1 finds the pocket. Me personally, I'd stay away from combinations if I can at all possible. Possibly Darren does not know how to get the cue ball back out into the center by hitting the 5. Some bottom would probably do it. Or if you're going to shoot forward, right spin, 2 rails back out to the center of the table. Decides to put left spin. No, that was right spin. My apologies. I keep on thinking as if I was facing the direction that the player is and trying to correct from the point at which I'm watching it at. Comes out the rail. Free ball does not drop. All Jimmy has to do here is not scratch. Sink the ball into the side pocket. I'm pretty sure that's what's going through his mind right now. Decides to shoot it hard and try to bank it cross corner to avoid the scratch. Looks like Darren is going to opt to do the 2-3 combination. Hopefully the 2 ball stays up so he can get some shape on the other 2 balls. Oh, fortunately the 2 does drop. That was an outstanding shot. That was almost pro level. He did 2 things. He shot the ball at a good speed and kissed the cue ball up to the 6 ball, which is going to force him to do a 2-rail kick. He's definitely indecisive, and like I said, I don't like the fact that he's making his adjustments as he's down. This gives him ball in hand. Let's see how he negotiates this run out pattern. Looks like he's going to get close to try to hit to the side, come off the rail, give him a little bit of an angle so he can shoot the 6 ball into the corner pocket, slide over for the side pocket for the 8. Oh, he's changing his mind. Looks like he's going to shoot the 6 first. I liked his first choice. Let's see what he does here. Stops it. See if he goes for the side or all the way down. Definitely doesn't like where the cue ball is at because it's a 50-50 to which pocket that he wants to go to. It's all about getting shape on the 8. Doesn't matter if you make the ball, if you send the cue ball and kiss it right up against the 8 ball. Shoots it all the way down and makes it. I think that was a good choice for what he had. If he makes this, Jimmy is eliminated. Darren moves on. Let's see what happens. And Darren makes it. Good job, Darren. Way to go. Unfortunately, Jimmy will be eliminated, and Darren gets to move on. The bracket. Good game. It was very exciting. It was fun to commentate on that. Both players definitely had a good time playing. They showed sportsmanlike conduct afterwards by shaking each other's hand and wishing the other player luck. There you have it. Another exciting match by TRMR. Battle of the 4's. Darren Whitworth moves on to face his next opponent. Sorry, Jimmy. Thanks for playing. Played well. Both players did play well. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Be good to each other, and I'll see you on the table.